Okay, here, here. There's a couple of trailers here for movies and I think a TV thing, and this proves my point. Movies and TV shows that are coming out now uh, weren't thought up like a week ago. These are ideas that were put into play at least a year, if not years ago. And then, it takes quite a long time to get a movie started and made and put out. So we're still seeing movies that are diverse, and any white people, if there are any white people in it, they are not the smart people. And the people of color are the heroes, and the women, women of color usually. But even if there's a white woman in there, she's got to be the hero to make the man look stupid and incompetent and what have you. So the first one here, War of the Worlds. War of the Worlds was a movie back in the 50s, and then it was remade again. I forgot, wait, was it the 90s or the 2000s? Maybe the 2000s, I think it was remade with Tom Cruise. I like that one. It's pretty good. Tom Cruise. And now they've decided to remake it again, but with a little twist. The invasion, the alien invasion, is happening online. Let's watch the trailer for the new War of the Worlds.
Hey! See, you took the Sunday graveyard shift again. Dad, when's the last time you left the office?
That's classified.
That classified. Could you pause? I adore Ice Cube because he's hilarious, whether he is trying to be or not. He is hilarious. And, Friday. How do you not love Friday? And, but when he's trying to be serious, he's still hilarious. Now, I guess he works in this Department of Homeland Security thing, and he's working a computer, it's facial recognition and whatnot. And like his daughter asks him, when was the last time you left the office? And he goes, that classify. That classify. He can't even say classified. He can't even pronounce the word classified without sounding like he's, straight out of Compton. Yeah, go back to where he says classify.
Dad, when's the last time you left the office?
That's classified.
The surveillance industrial complex is collecting massive amounts of data with the Goliath program. Our most precious resource on Earth is data. And data is food for the superior intelligence.
Dad, have you seen this? Have you seen this?
Can you tell yet what they're comprised of?
No, sir. I've never seen anything like this.
Eyewitness video is coming in from all over the world. Terrifying machines rising out of these meteors.
Get away from that! Get out of there!
Get away from that. Thank God Dad told her. So let me get this straight. They feed on data. So us doing all that we're doing and all the surveillance and AI and our online presence and harvesting data, that's their food. And I think from the trailer, here's what I'm being led to believe. They made this movie. It looks pretty low budge. And they just put Ice Cube up in the corner. They hired the Cube, but I didn't see one scene of him actually running around in the special effects. And, you know, he's just in that office. And he's a picture-in-picture. So they probably paid him a couple of $1 million, and then they recorded everything he needed to do in one day, and then they make the rest of the movie, and they just put him in a little picture-in-picture on the screen. That's what I think happened. I think I'm right with that, too. So, anyway, that's War of the Worlds with the Cube. Some movies happen like that, where you know, it's like, oh, I kind of want to see that. There was one, it was a remake of Midway. You know, the Battle of Midway, the carriers, you know, the original was very good. So there was a remake, and I'm like, oh, let me see the trailer. And it was starring Chuck Liddell. Yes, mixed martial arts fighter, retired, obviously, Chuck Liddell. And I was like, I don't even have to watch the rest of the trailer to know I will never see this. And yeah, that's Nicolas Cage, too. I'm sorry to say, there are certain movies with Nick Cage in them that I will watch. But for the most part, if I see a movie and I go, oh, let me see what that's about, and I see starring Nicolas Cage, I'm done. I mean, he has a fan base of people that I think get pleasure in watching him act over the top and be Nick Cage. And that's fine. If that's what you're into watching that night, then go for it. But if I'm looking for a good movie, there are very few good movies that star Nick Cage. There's a lot of shitty movies with him in it. So, yeah, War of the Worlds. When I saw the Cube, I'm like, ugh, this is going to be bad. And his kids, Dad, get away from it. Like, there's this giant War of the Worlds thing. And, Dad, look. Oh, get away from it. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Dad. Good help. Thank God the picture-in-picture of you was there to tell me to get away from the giant mechanical monster. I might not have been able to figure that out for myself. It was just pouring rain here, very windy. Kick the pollen up again. I get so itchy. Apple juice. Here's another one, another trailer, and it follows the exact same diversity. Now, any of you fine viewers of this very program and other programs that I had been on, of course, the Opie and Anthony show, over the course of the years, would know that I am a giant Star Trek fan. Not giant size-wise. I enjoy Star Trek, the original series for the most part. A couple of the movies, Wrath of Khan, of course, classic. But the recent incarnations of Star Trek have just been terrible. Terrible. This latest one is Starfleet Academy. And what this is like way in the future of Star Trek. So this is the Star Trek universe, whatever it is, and it's even further in the future. to the point where the Academy is like there's a James T. Kirk pavilion, like dedicated to Captain Kirk. And it is, there's so much diversity in this, where there wasn't really in the original series. There were your aliens diversities, Klingons and Romulans and stuff. But as far as the Starfleet crew, they had black people. Yeah. Not a lot. Not a lot of black people were on the Enterprise or any of the other ships. And, you know, when they beamed down to a planet, Class M planet that had humanoid life on it, for the most part, the people, the humanoids, were Caucasian. And another very important thing, there were no obese people in Starfleet. There were a few peripheral characters, you know, that were a little rotund. The guy that brought the tribbles, Harry Mudd, whatever. But the crew, the Starfleet crew, they weren't obese. And you mean to tell me, like, they somehow figured out a way to keep people fit and healthy in the Star Trek original series years, the Starfleet years, not the 1965 to 68 or whatever it was. But somehow, a couple of hundred years past the Star Trek original series years, they figured out that being healthy isn't necessary to be in Starfleet. That's an interesting concept. And a woman's got to be in charge of the whole academy shebang. And everyone else running the place is some varied race or whatever. Even the aliens. They make up people as the aliens, obviously. They're actors. So let's watch and see if you like it as much as I do. Hello, Frisco.
And so, we begin. I'm Captain Nala Ake, Chancellor of Starfleet Academy. We're all the first Academy class to return to our campus in San Francisco after more than 120 years.
Yes. Indians.
Some of you are here for your families, some for yourselves. Together, you are the best and the brightest from across the galaxy. A tapestry that is Starfleet. You will learn the skills that shaped our greatest officers.
Duty, honor, service!
Like them, we'll ask you to give more of yourselves than you knew you had. To dream without limitations. Whatever challenges came before today led you to this moment. You here now.
Of course.
You weave together the future. So go out. Boldly go where no one has gone before. It is my great honor to welcome you all to Starfleet Academy.
Why would he be whistling that? Was that pig vomit? I think that was pig vomit. Howard Stern. Oh, God. They just... Who are they making this for? Who are they making this for? Every one of these Star Trek shows bombs. They bomb horrifically. So they just keep making them the same way, not realizing why they're bombing. Because that We get it, Starfleet. I get it. It's very, everybody has. Let's be real, though. Let's base it on what we saw in Star Trek. And again, like they keep pumping it out, making the same mistakes over and over again, and they can't understand why it's bombing. It's like everything else, Paramount or Disney. Because their entire staff at these places, like Paramount and Disney and probably every major film studio and television company, they're staffed with people that will never see it. We see them every day on videos, don't we? As we're scrolling, the liberal women that didn't like Sydney Sweeney ads, they believe the lie, and no one can ever tell them different. Facts right in front of their face, spreadsheets of the losses these movies have taken, yet they will never, ever get it through their head and believe that it has to do with the fact that no one wants to go out and watch these woke movies. So they just keep pumping out loser after loser and losing money, and somehow they don't fire these people, and somehow the company doesn't just go broke. I don't know how that works. Must be nice, but their heads are impenetrable. You cannot get truth in there or facts into their dumb heads. So they will just keep making this. People talk about, I was watching a clip the other day, and people were talking about the movie industry. Some guy was doing a video saying, please don't beg people to return to the theaters. Why aren't people returning to the movie theaters? COVID kind of put a damper on the whole thing. And then after COVID, no one really started going back steadily to movie theaters. Well, because the movies suck. They suck. That's why. Here's what happens in the movie theater world. A superhero movie comes out. Pick a superhero or a collection of superheroes. That'll come out and gross $500 million after its initial American run, national. And then internationally, it makes another $500 billion, and it's a successful movie. So they go, see, the movie theater industry, people still want to go to the movies and see things. No, just superhero movies. That's it. Those are really the only people. These hardcore nerds, comic book people, they need to see it immediately in the theater. And they go. And it's something for people to do for a date, or the parents want to take kids. It's sort of, some of those things are still in play. But for the most part, you get one movie in every 6 months. Every 6 months, maybe longer sometimes, for them to pump out these Marvel movies, or whatever it is. No one else wants to go sit in a movie theater anymore. Years ago, here goes Anthony again with his years ago. You could see it online, though. You know, sometimes you'll see a photo on X of a movie marquee from the 90s, the 80s or 90s. And the entire marquee was full. 10 movies are playing. The worst one out of the 10 was people went to see it in the theater. Summertime, the summer blockbuster season, you forget like that 3 or 4 amazing movies come out in the same month of the same year. Crazy. Why is that? Why can't that be done anymore? Why aren't good movies even being made at this point? But that's what it was. Name me, what were the blockbuster movies here We're halfway through the summer of 2025. What do you have? You got the Superman, but that got a lot of criticism as not being good. James Gunn put that one out, and a lot of people don't like him, don't like his style, whatever. But that, it's a Superman movie. Of course it's going to do well. Every Superman nerd, every comic book nerd. What else? Tom Cruise put out another Mission Impossible movie. It didn't really do well. It didn't do very well. Are people tired of that? Or was there a problem with the writing? I mean, I don't know. Is a big part of it the fact that you can just pop it up on your television? Much to the chagrin of directors and filmmakers like Quentin Tarantino and a few others, they really don't appreciate, because their movies are not made for a television screen, no matter how big of a screen you have at home. But is it that, or is it the movie theater experience is, like other things I've mentioned, becoming extinct, like variety shows and award shows and some of the other things I brought up as just not entertaining, not fun anymore. It seems like an old way to be entertained, and we have new and better ways to do the same kind of thing. So, we don't get along as a people very well anymore. So it's not like the old days of sitting in a theater and having this communal experience of watching the movie. There's genuine, tension. Little tension. It's a stressful environment going into a movie theater and getting a seat. Is someone in your seat? Do they want to fight? There's so many possibilities as to why people aren't going to the movies. But sum it all up, they're not going to the movies. And it could be any one of those things, or a combination of all of them, or some of them. But from looking at movies on my screens in the house and trying to find entertaining movies to watch, I've come to the conclusion that there aren't many good movies that come out every year. Not nearly what they used to be. I'll even wait months, couple of months, and go, well, they had to have been a new movie that came out that's now streaming on Netflix or Amazon or something. And I look and scroll, and still nothing. Just garbage. It's we're in the dark times of cinema right now. The dark times. If it isn't a superhero movie, it's not getting people's interest up, and it's certainly not pumping people up to want to drive to a movie theater, not hear the movie as well as you want to, not see it as well as you want to. A lot of these movies, God, they're so dark. Like, I get it, the mood and everything. But you're in a movie theater and you're like, I can't see anything that's going on the screen. And it's not my eyesight or my wacky big glasses. A lot of people have the same gripe. But, yeah, okay. I don't know. All rhetorical questions. I don't take calls on this show. I don't read your emails. But you're at home. You could answer. Is it? Is it that? Are those the reasons we don't go to the movies? Is it? Oh, my goodness.